Buffalo home to the Buffalo Wolves. The Bulls will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks offense will take the field first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend. But the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is a chance this defense has.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Punch it out of the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Ducks will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bulls offense will get the ball for the first time. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Okay, ready? Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Cheek. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's take a minute to talk about the big picture for Buffalo. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45 a lot of times. So many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
And the Bulls come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Sanders. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Bulls in a good spot here with second and short. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Bulls are rolling scrambling down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Bulls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Bulls will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's got the tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buffalo. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gets open down the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Got his man on the outside. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McGee. There he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Buffalo is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. We'll start this 2nd quarter with a field goal attempt. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and wide. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Cheek. Back open in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Got him downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. First down, 10 yards to go. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller.
Turning it on. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Bulls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buffalo! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. The Hawkeyes have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 11 over Northwestern. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Grabbed behind the line. It's Carr. Oh, what a cut! He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Bulls come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Quickly out to the tight end. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a man. It's Cheek. Catch in the middle. It's Sanders.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
He might want another play. Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle. It's Spears. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
The RPO, it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buffalo! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Carr. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Got his man on the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Carr. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's McGee. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. The snap sets up to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Brings it in down the left side. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Underneath toast the coverage, got it deep downfield. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Cheek. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to find the end zone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Let's it fly. Touchdown Bulls. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York.
The Ducks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get off. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just
throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Spears. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Cheek. Got his man in the middle.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Wide receiver going in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Release to the back. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Oregon. They take the lead with the 6. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You want to end a play quickly? Get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield, making something happen.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Past the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Bulls will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He turns it loose to the left. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere, it's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. To the air. It's Cheek. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play-action fake. Complete to the right. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Drills him with the stiff arm. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's McGee.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Makes the grab. It's McGee. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to break the pocket. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete to the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Well, it's obvious a field goal doesn't help them, and not much choice here but to go ahead and try to cash it in.
And I agree, Reese. I think you have to be aggressive here. You don't have a lot of opportunities left. We're in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's time to go make a play. Even if you miss it, they got to go the length of the field. You can still be set up with good field position.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be
into the secondary on the right. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Bulls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Bulls really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They're working that left side. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bulls trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Quarterback may change this route. Off play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Right on the money. jumped on top of the pile. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Cheek. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll move the wide receiver. Catch in the middle. It's Spears. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man,